Okay, now I want to talk about the random class. You're going to need to use the random class for your homework, which is a slot machine simulator. And just to let you know, I'm going to talk about that assignment a little bit because the slot machine simulator is a little tougher than most of the programs we've been doing. So let's first look at the random class. Again, to generate random numbers, there is a class already created within the Java API called random. And it's just basically generate random numbers. To use the random class, we have to import java.util.random. So in that file, the util file, which is the same file scanner's in, is the random class. And then we create a object, and this one's called random numbers. That's of the random class, equals new random class. And the random numbers is what we're going to use to generate random numbers. So what we would do is type something like the following. Number, and number would be, say, an integer, equals, and I don't want capital N, I want little n. And we would say, okay, and I called it random number as the object. Dot next int, because I want an integer in this case. And if I don't put anything here, next int, what we see from the next slide, it's going to be a random number between minus, what is that, 2,147,483,648 to positive 2,147,483,648. Usually I don't want a random number that big. So if I put a number in here, say for example 100, whoops, excuse me a second there, 100, and put a semicolon at the end. What this will do, it's going to set a limit. An upper limit can be set as an argument. So this value assigned to the number variable is going to be somewhere between 0 and 99. It's not going to be all those numbers I said before. So I can kind of say, okay, I don't want all the possible random numbers. I want them from 0 to 99. And remember, it's 0 to 99, not 1 to 100, 0 to 99. And then just as I showed before, we can have a next double, which goes to 0 and 1. It'll have point something, something, something. Same thing with float, integer, and here's where we just did next int. And I put 100 in there, and we go to 0, 2, and like I said, it's not going to be 100, it's going to be 99. So let's look at roll dice. That's the program. And here we go, Java util scanner, java.util.random. We import both of those. Here's main, and I just have something called for a loop again. If it equals y, we're going to set it equal to y to control the loop. And this is two dice. We're going to have die 1 and die 2. Two dice. So we're going to create a scanner object to read the keyboard input. We're going to create a random object, and I called it rand in this case. And it says while again equals ignore case y. So again, remember when we compare strings, we use ignore case. We don't use the greater than or equal to or anything like that. We use the equals, and then in this case ignore case. Okay, system.out.println rolling the dice, die rand dot next int 6 plus 1, because it goes from 0 to 5. I'm going to add 1 to it, which makes it 1 to 6. Die 2 rand next int 6 plus 1, 0 to 5 is going 1 to 6. So these are two dice. I'm rolling two normal dice, 1 to 6. See what the number is. Okay, and then I'm going to say their values are, and I'm going to print die 1 space die 2. Then I'm going to say roll again, and y equals yes. I'm going to read the keyboard. If I put y, we're going to do it again and again and again until I say something other than yes. So let's run it. Whoops. Run project. Okay, rolling the dice. The values are 2 and 3. Do you want to do it again? Yes. Rolling the dice. 1 and 4. Yes. Roll the dice, 1 and 6, and see here it is a 6, and I added a 1 to it, so it's 0 to 5. Roll the dice again, yes. 6 and 5, roll the dice again, I'll say no this time. And so it ends. So that's how I generate a random number. You're going to need the random number, let's close this off, for the next assignment. Okay, so let's bring in that assignment. Okay, open project. And it's called Slot Machine Simulator. Okay, and I'll just move this up a little bit. I'll show you it working. Basically, you run it, and it says this program simulates a slot machine. It'll allow you to place wagers against the machine. If you match 2 symbols, you'll double your money. If you match all 3 symbols, you'll triple your money. So how much do I want to wager? I'll just say $100. I'm a gambler. I got orange, oranges, and bells. You match 2 symbols, you win 200. Would you like to play again? Yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Please enter the amount you wish to wager. I'm going to do 150. Melons, melons, bells. Okay, I won again. You win 300. Would you like to play again? Now, I'll stop right here. So, what we want to do is we want to simulate a slot machine. So what we have in the assignment, and let me just get through the assignment, we have oranges and bells and I think bars. I'm just trying to find the assignment now. X prime. I'm getting closer. And let's see what else we have. We have oranges, bells, melons, cherries, so all those types of things. And what you want to do is you want to generate a random number. I'm trying to find the program and I can't find it offhand. You want to generate a random number. Oh, come on. Now let's just go to the assignment in here. I'll just go over here. So let's go to assignments. And here is Slot Machine Simulator. So we got cherries, orange, plums, bells, melons, bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things. So we're going to generate a random number between 0 and 5. So for example, if the random number is 0, it's going to be cherries. The random number is 1, it's oranges. Random number is 2, plums. So we're going to generate 3 different random numbers. So we're going to go through this loop 3 times. Generate 3 random numbers. Best way to do that, probably a switch statement. So if the number is 0, you go to cherries and you store that cherries. Numbers 2, oranges, store oranges, whatever. So on and so forth. So using a switch statement, you can do that. And let's just go down to okay. So one of the things I want to make you aware of is right here. I have a slot display, and like you see at the bottom on case 5, slot equals bars, and then I break. I don't have, notice I don't have a default in this switch statement. So I have this slot display. I'm going to add slot to it plus a space. And the mouse is going to add the random number to something called random number, whatever number it was. And so what I do is when I print out, I'm going to print out slot display. It's going to print out, say, bars, melons, cherries, whatever I got. But this random number I'm going to use because it's going to equal all the different random numbers I got. It's going to be added to the string. And if you look here, the first symbol is the random number, character 0. Random number, character 1. Third symbol is random number, character at 2. And what that does is it strips off the first one, the second one, and the third one. And if I look at random number up here, it should be a string, just so I thought it was a string. So what I'm going to do is make a string of symbols. Where am I at? Here. And I'm just going to strip off characters one at a time. And so it's going to tell me what the symbols were. And then I'm going to look at, is first symbol equal to second symbol and first symbol equal to third symbol? Well, that means two of them are equal. And then I'm going to look to see if all three are equal. Things like that to multiply my winnings. So hopefully that helps you a little bit in doing the project or doing the assignment. Again, any questions, email me or put them on the discussion board.